All right, so whenever you feel ready, make sure you are set up with all the props that you need, whatever music you want, all those good things. We're going to start out today in a seat. Hi, Maria. So your seat, whatever that looks like for you, you can sit up on something if you'd like to. If you want to sit in a chair, you're certainly welcome to do that. If you're on your mat, you can feel free to bring the bottoms of your feet together. You can loosely cross your legs. You can extend your legs out in front of you, or you can sit up on your shins if you'd prefer to do that. That is up to you. Just finding a seated posture that is sustainable here for a couple of minutes. A seated posture that allows you to feel grounded. And then once your lower body is settled, think about setting yourself up with a dignified spine. Crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling, allowing the shoulder blades to relax here. If there's any movements you would like to make here to settle in, rolling of the shoulders, a seated cat-cow, rocking the head side to side, please feel free to move into those movements here. Just as we start to come into the physical body for today's practice. And as we allow ourselves to continue to settle, you can begin to shift your focus over to your breath. If those movements still feel good, the rolling of the shoulders, the rocking of the head side to side, please feel free to continue. And once you shift that focus over to your breath, allow your inhales to begin to expand the front, back, and sides of the rib cage. And allow your exhales to release some tension and let it go. Movement or stillness, your choice here. Settling into the breath. Eyes open or closed, your choice here. We'll take 5 or 6 more deep breaths here. Again, movement or stillness, whatever feels better for you. Just allowing yourself to notice how everything feels. Let's take 3 more big breaths. One more full breath. Inhale. And exhale. Again, your eyes can stay open or closed. That's up to you. On your next inhale, let's reach those arms all the way overhead. Press the palms together and pause right here. You can continue to gaze forward or you can gaze up towards your thumbs. That's up to you. Allow your shoulder blades to settle onto the back even as your fingertips reach up. So the rib cage is long here, the shoulder blades are settled. And then when you're ready, find a full inhale. Exhale, drawing thumbs to heart center. Twice more just like that. Inhale, palms pressed, gazing forward or up, your choice. Exhaling, thumbs to heart center. Once more like this. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, thumbs here to heart center. Good, this time we're gonna inhale to reach up. Wrapping right fingers around left wrist. We're gonna remove the rib cage off of those hips. So get super long through the torso And then on your next exhale, we'll take a side bend to the right. Full breath in here. Full breath out. Let's inhale, come through center. We'll switch the grip. So left fingers around right wrist. And again, raise that rib cage up and away from those hips to get super tall. Inhale. And then we exhale to the left. And then we'll inhale back to center, press palms together, gazing forward or up. Exhale to draw thumbs to heart center. Beautiful. We'll move into tabletop position here. Whenever you're ready, take your time getting there. Making sure we set up our alignment here. Make sure your shoulder is stacked over your wrists. Spread your fingers really wide here. Your knees can be directly under your hips or slightly behind, whatever feels better for you. And then we'll move through a few rounds of cat-cow here together. On the inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, lift your tailbone. Exhaling to push the mat away. Inhale, the belly drops, the gaze lifts. Exhaling to push the mat away. One more time. Inhale, the belly drops, the gaze lifts. And then we'll exhale to push the mat away. Coming back to our neutral tabletop here. We'll set those knees about 5 inches behind those hips here and restack the shoulders. Take a full breath all the way in. As we exhale, knees come to a hover. We're gonna pause right here, my friends. We're not in downward facing dog yet. Those knees are just a few inches off the ground. Shoulders are stacked over those wrists. Fire up your belly. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Take another inhale here. We're gonna exhale ourselves back to tabletop position. Bring those knees right back down to the mat. And then we'll inhale the right leg straight behind us. Use the strength of that glute. As we exhale, we'll bend that right knee and make some big hip circles on that right side here. Taking it the opposite direction. And then on your next inhale, extend that right leg straight behind you. Again, use your glute. As we exhale, come on back to our tabletop position here. Stack those shoulders over those wrists. Take an inhale. As we exhale, knees to a hover, fire up your belly. Shoulders stay stacked. Take another inhale. Stay here for your exhale. One more breath in. Exhale back down to tabletop. On your next inhale, left leg comes straight behind you. Use the strength of your glute. Exhale to bend that left knee and make those big hip circles left side. Then we'll take it the other direction here. And then on your next inhale, extending the left leg straight behind you, use your glute. Exhaling back to tabletop here. We're gonna take those knees to a hover one more time here. Fire up your belly, everybody. Shoulders are over wrists. Fingers are spread really wide. And then we inhale when you're ready. Exhale, this time hips to sky, downward facing dog. You can pedal out those feet as much as you'd like to here or find stillness, that's up to you. Rooting down firmly through both hands here. Sit bones are the highest part of the body. And then we'll find some stillness here. Take a breath in and a breath out. Your next inhale, let's send those hips a little bit higher. Take our baby steps towards the top of the mat, finding a forward fold once we get here. Please put a little bend in those knees if you need to. Check out your hamstrings here. And then when you're ready, hands come to shins. Inhale, come on up halfway. Exhale to fold down. Let's do that again. Hands to shins. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhaling to fold. One more time, hands to shins. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale to fold down. We'll bring ourselves all the way up to standing this time, everybody. One vertebrae at a time. Root down through both feet here. When that torso comes all the way up, drawing those palms to press overhead. Inhale. Exhale, draw hands to heart center. And then mountain pose, Tadasana. Beautiful. Inhale to reach up, palms press. Exhale, fold forward over those thighs. Inhaling, halfway lift, flat back, hands to shins. As we exhale, plant those hands firmly and take it back to downward facing dog. Find a full breath in here. And a full breath out. Inhale forward to a high plank. You're welcome to drop your knees down onto the mat if you'd like to, that's up to you. Zip up your entire belly. Shoulders are over wrists, spread those fingers wide. Stay here for a round of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Take another breath in. And then we'll bring ourselves all the way down to the belly. Finding a baby cobra here, pelvis is heavy. We keep a bend in the elbows. Full breath in. As you exhale, send your hips to the sky for downward facing dog. Pedal it out if you'd like to. We'll take 3 breaths. One more breath here, everybody. On your next inhale, extend that right leg towards the ceiling, square off your hips. As we exhale, we're gonna step that right foot forward. We're dropping that back knee down, finding ourselves into a low leg lunge on this first side. So check your alignment. Right knee stacks on top of that right ankle. Your back hip, your left hip is in front of your left knee. So we've got a nice left hip flexor stretch here. Shoulder blades are plugged in, fingertips reach up. Full breath in. And a full breath out. Let's find one more inhale. As we exhale, left hand down, right fingers to the sky, finding a twist on this side. Full breath in. And a breath out. One more inhale, furthest point. Then we'll exhale to plant both hands down, lift your back knee, and then we'll bring it back to downward facing dog. Full breath in here. Full breath out. Let's inhale that left leg towards the ceiling with square hips. Exhale to step that foot forward, drop that back knee down, finding our low leg lunge on this side. Left knee stacks on top of that left ankle. On that right side, make sure that your right knee's behind your right hip. Shoulder blades plug in. Full breath in. Full breath out. Finding another inhale. As we exhale, that right hand comes down, left fingers to the sky, take this twist. Big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, furthest point. And then we'll exhale to frame that front foot here. Lift your back knee and step it back to downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. Sending those hips a little bit higher. Take our baby steps again to the top of the mat. Little bend in those knees if those hamstrings are still tight. We'll do this one time, everybody. Hands to shins. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale to fold down. Root down to rise up, coming all the way up to standing. Pressing palms together overhead once we arrive, inhaling. And then exhale, drawing hands through heart center, mountain pose, Tadasana. Beautiful. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold forward. Hands to shins. Inhale, come on up halfway. As we exhale, plant those hands firmly and take it back to downward facing dog. Full breath in here. Full breath out. Inhaling forward to a high plank, knees up or down, my friends, it's totally up to you. As we exhale, we head to the belly. Baby cobra keeps a bend in those elbows. If you're ready for full cobra, you can extend those arms a little straighter here. Everybody's shoulder blades stay on the back. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Full breath in wherever you are. And then we'll exhale, hips to sky, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Full breath out. Inhaling that right leg towards the ceiling, square off your hips. As we exhale, we step that foot forward. Keep this back knee lifted here, everybody. And we'll come into a full-size crescent lunge on this side when you're ready. Right knee stacks on top of that right ankle here. Settle into this pose. Hips are square, shoulders over hips. Fingertips reach up. as those shoulder blades settle down. Big breath in. And a full breath out. Take another inhale. On your exhale, we're going to interlace those hands behind the lower back and stay right here. So thumbs are attached to the sacrum here, thumbs attached to the lower back. Roll your shoulder blades back, chest up. Maybe look up a little bit here. We're going to stay right here. Stay in this lunge. Inhale. And exhale. Take another breath in. And a breath out. Good, and then we'll unleash those hands here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to frame that front foot and take it back to downward facing dog. Full breath in. And a full breath out. Inhaling that left leg towards the ceiling here with square hips. As we exhale, step it forward, finding our crescent lunge on this side. Take your time. Back knee stays lifted. Left knee stacks on top of that left ankle. Shoulders over hips, nice square torso here, everybody. Full breath in. Full breath out. We're here for another inhale. And then we'll interlace those hands behind the lower back again. Thumbs stay attached to the sacrum here. Again, roll your shoulders back, chest up, maybe gaze up a little further this time. You can check it out. Stay strong in those legs. Inhale. And exhale. Another round of breath, everybody. Full breath in. And out. And then we'll inhale those arms all the way up. As we exhale, frame that front foot and step it back to downward facing dog. You can pedal it out or stay in stillness. Take a big inhale and a full exhale. And then we'll send those hips a little bit higher. You can take your baby steps or one giant step to the top of the mat here. Forward fold once you get here. Hands come to shins when you're ready. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhaling to fold down. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Palms pressed together overhead once you arrive. On an exhale, hands through heart center. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Good. Let's bring those feet all the way together, everybody. Big toes touch. Your heels can touch too, or you can keep your heels slightly apart. And then we'll make our way into chair pose, Utkatasana, when you're ready. Hips are square here. When you look down, you should be able to see all 10 toes. So your knees are behind those toe tips. And then as you reach those arms up, your biceps frame your ears. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale again. Sitting a tiny bit lower on the exhale. And then we'll inhale to stand all the way up. Press those palms together. Exhale, fold forward over those legs. Hands come to shins, lifting it up halfway, flat back. As we exhale, plant those hands firmly, take it back to downward facing dog. Big inhale here. Full exhale. We'll inhale forward to a high plank here, knees up or down, your choice, my friends. As we exhale, you can drop to the belly like we did before, or come to a hover, Chaturanga Dandasana. Baby cobra is great, full cobra or upward facing dog, your choice here. Chest through shoulders, plug those shoulder blades down. Inhale. Exhale, hips to sky, downward facing dog. Big breath in here. And a full breath out. We'll inhale that right leg towards the ceiling, square hips, my friends. As we exhale, step that right foot forward. We've been here before. Finding our crescent lunge on this side. Good, shoulders over hips, nice square torso here. Full inhales and full exhales. Take another breath in and a breath out. Good, we're gonna interlace those hands behind the lower back again. This time we'll roll shoulders back, chest up, inhaling. As we exhale, we'll bring that torso over that front thigh. So we're strong in those legs. We're still in a lunge here. Try to keep your hips square. Your thumbs can stay attached to your sacrum here if you'd like to. If you'd like to peel those hands away, you can get a little bit more of a shoulder opener. That is up to you. Full breath in. And a breath out. One more inhale here. We're gonna unhook those hands as we exhale. Pop up onto those fingertips, everybody. Hamstring stretch on this right side. So we're gonna straighten our right knee. Try to keep your hips square. If you have to pop that back foot forward a little bit, that's totally okay. That's up to you. If you need to have your hands on blocks or your hands on your shin, that's okay too. Fingertips or flat palms. Again, try to square off those hips. Good, 2 breaths here. One more breath, everybody. Good, we'll make our way to frame that front foot, so you'll bend a bit into your right knee. Plant those hands firmly, and then we'll step it back to downward facing dog. Big breath in here. Full breath out. Inhale that left leg towards the ceiling, square hips. Exhale to step it forward. Crescent lunge on this side when you're ready. Take your time, everybody. Engage those inner thighs, even though those legs are apart. Nice square torso, hips, shoulders are over hips here. Fingertips reach up. Inhales. And exhales. Take another breath in. And then we'll interlace those hands behind the lower back again. Setting ourselves up for that shoulder opener. So roll your shoulders back, chest up. And then on your exhale, you can fold that torso forward over that front thigh. Again, your thumbs can stay attached to your sacrum if you want to, or you can start to peel those thumbs away. That's up to you. Stay strong in those legs, everybody. Big breath in. Full breath out. One more inhale here. And then we'll carefully unhook those hands as we exhale. Frame that front foot, and then we'll straighten that left knee, coming into our hamstring stretch on this side. So again, if you need blocks under your hands, it's okay. You can have your hands on your shin. You can go fingertips or flat palms here, whatever you've got. Think about squaring off those hips as much as you can. Full breath in. Full breath out. Take another inhale here. Stay for your exhale. And then we'll carefully, as we inhale, bend into that left knee here. Plant those hands firmly, and when you're ready, exhaling to take it back to downward facing dog. We're gonna take 3 breaths here, everybody. If you would like a child's pose, you're welcome to it. Otherwise, you can hang out in downward facing dog. Movement or stillness, everything is welcome. If you're in child's pose, you can start to bring yourself back to downward facing dog. Everybody inhale and exhale. We'll send those hips a little bit higher. You can take your baby steps, 1 giant step, or you can hop down to the top of the mat. Forward fold once you get here. Hands come to shins when you're ready. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhaling to fold down. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Press your palms together overhead. You can gaze up, maybe a little back bend. Exhaling to draw hands through heart center, mountain pose, Tadasana. Bring those toes together again, everybody, if they're apart. Utkatasana, chair pose. We've been here before. Make sure you can see those toes. Make sure those hips are square, biceps frame the ears. Settle in, take a breath in, and a breath out. We're gonna inhale our hands together at heart center here. Exhaling to a twist to the left side. So to the right side. Left tricep hooks to the outside of the right thigh. Press those palms together. Maybe even gaze to your right here. Stay nice and low. Inhales. And exhales. And then we'll inhale to center. Exhaling to the other way. So left side, right tricep hooks to the outside of the left thigh. Good, press those palms together. Keep those hips down. Inhales and exhales. And then we're gonna inhale ourselves to center. Come back to chair pose, everybody. Arms all the way up, breath in. And as we exhale, we'll fold forward over those legs. Woo. Hands come to shins. Inhale, lift it up halfway. As we exhale, plant those hands firmly and take it back to downward facing dog. Let's take a breath in. And a breath out. Inhaling forward to a high plank here, knees up or down to the belly or chaturanga on your exhale. Cobra or upward facing dog, inhale here. And then we'll exhale, hips to sky, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Full breath out. Let's inhale that right leg towards the ceiling, square off your hips. Exhaling to step it forward. We're gonna pop up onto those fingertips, pivoting that back heel down. So we've got warrior two in our legs here. And then when you're ready, full expression of warrior two as torso comes up. Good. So that right knee stacks on top of that right ankle. Right toes continue to point forward. Press firmly through the back edge of that left foot here. Shoulders over hips. Full breaths in. And breaths out. Good, we're gonna flip that right palm. Reach those right fingers towards the wall behind us, revolve. Nice long right side body here as we reach back. Inhales. And exhales. Good, we're gonna keep our upper body exactly where it is. Start to straighten your right knee. And then the torso comes back to center. Inhale. We're headed for Trikonasana triangle pose. Reach your right fingers forward. Bring that right hand down to the shin, the foot, or the floor. Maybe a block if you've got one. Left fingers reach up. You want your chest open to the side here, so we're not collapsed down towards the mat here. Nice and open through that torso. Beautiful. Big breaths in. 2 more rounds of breath, everybody. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale here. And exhale. Good, legs stay super strong. We're gonna bring that torso all the way back up here. And then we'll point all 10 toes towards the left side of the mat, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Let me scoot over so you guys can see me a little bit better. So toes are in, heels are out. We're gonna interlace those hands behind the lower back because we've already been there, right? So roll your shoulders back, chest comes up. Thumbs are attached to my lower back right now. You can look up if you want to. Inhale. As we exhale, come halfway down first. You want to make sure that your hip, knee, and ankle are all stacked in a line. And then as you continue your forward fold here, your hands can stay on your lower back, or you can start to peel those hands away. Head is heavy. If this is too much on your shoulders, my friends, you can unhook your hands and bring your hands underneath your face. That's a great place to be too. Full breaths in. 2 more rounds of breath. One more. And then we're going to unhook those hands. Place your hands underneath your face. Come to a halfway lift. Find a flat back. Inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to pivot to frame that right foot here. We're back to our lunge, so square your hips. And then as we exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhaling that left leg towards the sky here, square hips. As we exhale, we step it forward. Use your fingertips here. We're going to pivot our right heel down, so our legs are now in our warrior two stance. And then when you're ready, bring that torso all the way up. Full expression warrior two on this side. Left toes point forward. Press firmly through the back edge of that right foot as well. Shoulders over hips. Arms are straight and strong. Full inhale. And a full exhale. Flipping that left palm. Reach those left fingers behind you, revolve warrior. Inhale. And exhale. Upper body's gonna stay. We're gonna straighten that left knee here, and then we'll bring our torso up on an inhale. Finding Trikonasana, triangle pose on our exhale. Reach your left fingers forward. Left hand comes down to shin, foot, floor, or block. Right fingers reach up. Full breaths in. And out. Stay here 2 more rounds of breath. One more. Stay super strong in those legs, everybody. Torso comes all the way back up here. And then we point all 10 toes to face the right side of the mat, coming into our second round of wide-legged forward fold. I'll turn this way just so I can see you guys a little bit better. Good. So again, toes are in, heels are out. If you can figure out which is the opposite way to interlace your fingers, we're going to do that, right? The way that feels weird. Thumbs are attached to the low back. Roll shoulders back, chest up. You can gaze up if you'd like to. Inhale. Exhale, we're entering in the same way. Come halfway down. Check your alignment here. You might have to shift your feet a little bit. That's okay. Hip, knee, and ankle all are in a line. And then when you're ready, torso comes all the way down. Again, if you'd like to, you can keep your hands on your lower back. You can start to peel those arms away. It might feel different if your grip is different. And then if that's not comfortable, you can certainly unhook your hands and place your hands on the floor. 3 breaths. One more breath. Let's unhook those hands, everybody. Hands come under the face. Find a halfway lift and a flat back. Inhale. As we exhale, we're gonna pivot to frame that left foot. Square off those hips, find that lunge. And then when you're ready, take it back to downward facing dog. Full breaths all the way in. Big exhales all the way out. We'll send those hips a little higher. You can take your baby steps, 1 giant step, or hop to the top of the mat, your choice here. Hands come to shins, inhale, come up halfway. Exhaling to fold down. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Press your palms together overhead. You can gaze up, you can give yourself a little back bend. And then we'll exhale, drawing hands through heart center, mountain pose, Tadasana. Good, all right, it's balance party time. So we're gonna work our pendulum a little bit. We've done this before. We're gonna add a little bit to it. So, hands on hips to get us started here. We're gonna take our right knee up to 90. So your hip, knee, and ankle are all at 90 degrees. Good. We're gonna stay super strong in this quad and hip here and extend this right leg straight forward, lifting it up as high as you can. Good. Right toes are up towards the sky. Good. And then like a pendulum, we're gonna keep hands on hips for this one. We're gonna swing that right leg through. That right leg is gonna extend behind us to make a warrior 3 in the lower body. Good. I know my hips started to open up a little bit, so you wanna try to square your hips as much as you can here. Flex that flying foot like crazy here. Engage that entire leg. Inhales. And exhales. We're gonna reverse the pendulum. Come back up to standing. Right leg comes forward. Good. We're gonna shift hands to be at heart center this time. And then we're gonna swing that pendulum through again. That right leg comes straight behind us. Try to square off your hips. Hands to heart center, keep them here. Warrior 3 in the lower body. Inhale. And exhale. Come on back through center, everybody. This is our last time with this one. That right leg is straight up in front of us, toes up towards the sky. Good, and then we're gonna reach those arms all the way overhead. You can bring your palms together or hands can be apart here. And then we're gonna swing that leg through. Torso reaches super long forward, right leg reaches back. Full warrior 3. Square off your hips as much as you can. Inhales. And exhales. And then we'll inhale ourselves back to standing. Right foot comes down onto the mat. Hands through heart center. Yes, good. Guess what? We've got another leg. Yay! So root down firmly through your right leg here. Left knee comes up. So our left hip, knee, and ankle are all at 90 to start. Nice and tall with that torso. Hands on hips for the first one. Extend that left leg straight forward here, toes up towards the sky here. Hands are gonna stay on hips. When you're ready, we swing through here. Left leg extends behind us. So take a moment here, work as hard as you can to square off your hips. Keep that left foot flexed. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll swing ourselves through. Coming back to our starting position here. Left leg, whoop, left leg reaches forward. Good, we're gonna shift our hands to come to heart center, press those palms together firmly. And then when you're ready, swinging that leg through. Keeping hands at heart center. Warrior 3 in the lower body. Square off those hips as much as we can. Flex that left foot. Come on back through center here. Last time, everybody. That left leg extends in front of you. Toes up towards the sky. Bring those arms up overhead. You can press your palms together or keep your hands apart. That's up to you. And then when you're ready, full expression of Warrior 3 here. That left leg reaches back. Arms reach forward. Hips as square as you can get them. Inhales. And exhales. And then come on back up to standing here. Both feet down, hands through heart center. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Beautiful, shake it out. Good, if you've deviated from the top of your mat, you can make your way back to the top of your mat. And then we'll inhale to reach up. Exhale, fold forward over those legs. Hands coming to shins. Inhale, come up halfway. As we exhale, plant those hands firmly and take it back to downward facing dog. And then we'll inhale to a high plank. Knees up or down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Cobra or upward facing dog on your inhale. And then we'll exhale, hips to sky. Downward facing dog. Full breath in, my friends. Full breath out. We'll send those hips a little bit higher. Walk, step, or jump. This time we're gonna send our feet outside of our hands, coming into Yogi Squat Malasana. Yes, look at that. So I like to turn this way so you guys can see. Your feet can be as wide as you need them to be here. The standard is to be mat distance apart, but that's up to you. You want your heels on the ground here. And then whatever direction your toes face, that's the way your knees face. Use the strength of your glute to keep those knees wide. So if you sit low and your knees buckle in, that's no good. You want to use your butt here, even if you have to lift out of it, right? And then from here, you can stay. You can bring palms together at heart center. We've been practicing a little bit of flow with this, so if you would like to try the flow here, you can bring one hand down, reach the other arm up. If you want to try the bind, you can try the bind. That's up to you. You can also stay in the center. We've got 5 breaths, everybody. Big hip opener here, my friends. Two more breaths. One more breath, everybody. If you would like to play with crow pose, Bakasana, you're welcome to play with crow. If you are not interested in the arm balance crow pose, plant those hands down, hips towards the sky, and shake it out. We'll take 3 breaths here, everybody, for those of you playing with Bakasana crow pose. And then wherever you are, you can carefully make your way back to downward facing dog. Take your time getting there. Pedal it out as much as you'd like to. Wiggle out those hips a bit if you'd like to. Let's find a full breath in, everyone. And a full breath out. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhaling that right leg towards the ceiling here. Exhale to the outside of that right hand, coming into lizard lunge right here. Good. So we have so many options today. I'm going to go through all of them for you. Let's check alignment first. Make sure that your right knee stacks on top of your right ankle. Everybody drop that back knee down. And then from here, you can stay here if this is enough of a hip opener for you tonight. Stay exactly here. You can drop down to your forearms if you want to. If your forearms are not level, you're going to want to prop yourself up on something to level off those forearms. Great option to stay there. You can also then lift your back knee off the ground and activate this a little bit more. So wherever you are from all those choices, let's take 3 breaths. If your back knee is up, let's drop that back knee back down again. We'll come back up to those hands if you're on your forearms, and then we'll take those right toes, point them out to 1 or 2 o'clock. Let that right knee fall away from the body here, coming into a little inner thigh stretch on that side. Full breath in. Full breath out. And then you're welcome to stay here or get the quad stretch. If you'd like to stretch that left quad, you'll bend your left knee. You'll reach back with the right hand to catch the foot. Big inhale. Full exhale. If you've got that foot, carefully releasing. Both hands down, everybody. Lift that back knee off the mat and then step back to downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale that left leg towards the ceiling with square hips. Exhale to step to the outside of that left hand here. Lizard lunge on this side. Good, so from here, left knee stacks on top of that left ankle here. Hug that inner thigh in to start. Let's drop that back knee down to get started, right? And then you can decide, you can stay on your hands, you can drop to your forearms on the mat or on a prop of some sort. And then from there, you can keep that back knee down, or you can lift that back knee off the mat. 3 breaths wherever you are. Good, if that back knee is lifted, drop your back knee down again. Let's come up onto those hands if you're on your forearms. And then we're gonna take those left toes out to 10 or 11 o'clock, so point them out a little bit. Let this left knee fall away, a little bit of an inner thigh stretch there. And then you're welcome to stay just here. If you wanna get the quad stretch, you'll carefully bend that right knee. Reach back with your left hands to grab the foot. Inhale. And exhale. If you have the foot, carefully release here. Come on back to center. Draw that left knee back in a bit here. Lift that back knee off the mat and then take it back to downward facing dog. Adjust those hands if you need to. We'll do one more vinyasa flow here. Inhale to a high plank, knees up or down. Exhale, chaturanga or to the belly. Cobra or upward facing, inhale it. Exhale, hips to sky, downward facing dog. Full breath in, my friends. Full breath out. Sending those hips a little higher, walk, step, or jump. Feet to hands here at the top of the mat. And then we'll make our way to our seat. Yes, good, extend those legs forward. You can shake them out a little bit. We'll just do one forward fold tonight. Toes up towards the sky. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold over those legs. 3 breaths. And then we'll come back through center here. Planting those hands about 5 or 6 inches behind those hips. Fingertips towards your heels. Dig in with those heels, hips up, mudslide, 3 breaths. And then bring those hips back down. Some days that one is harder than other days. Good. And then when you're ready, We're gonna carefully make it all the way down onto our backs here. Hug your knees into your chest once you arrive. Forearms wrap around those shins. You can rock side to side if you'd like to. You can make some big circles with those knees if you want to. And then let's plant those feet firmly on the floor here. Knees are bent. We're going to take our right ankle on top of our left thigh. So we have a big figure four with those legs here. Think about sending that right knee away from your torso here. And then you can keep your hands on your hips or extend those arms overhead. Take a full breath in. As we exhale, we're going to drop those legs to the left so the bottom of your right foot finds the floor on the left side. A little bit of an IT band stretch there. One more breath here. And then we're going to inhale those legs back to center. Keep your figure four shape, everybody, and then we'll interlace those hands behind that left hamstring. Draw your left knee in towards your chest, getting the deeper figure four stretch here. Left leg can stay where it is, or you can extend left leg up. One more breath. And then we'll bend into that left knee, plant that left foot on the floor, unhooking the right foot here. You can rock side to side if you'd like to. And then we'll bring it to the other side. So come back to center here. Left ankle on top of that right thigh. Think about sending that left knee away from your body here. So really try to open up that hip. Hands can stay on your hips, or you can extend arms overhead. Find a breath in. As we exhale, legs fall to the right, to the bottom of your left foot finds the floor on the right side. Let's find 3 breaths. And then on an inhale, come on back to center here. When you're ready, you can interlace those hands behind that right hamstring, coming into the figure four stretch here. You can keep that right leg where it is or extend your right leg up towards the sky. 3 breaths. And then we'll carefully bend into that right knee. Plant your right foot on the floor. We'll unhook that left foot, and you can again rock your knees side to side if you'd like to. And then come on back to center. Draw those knees in towards your chest. Reach in between those knees to grab onto the arches, ankles, or toes for a happy baby. 3 breaths here. Then we'll draw those knees back into center here. Give yourself a big hug. We have a few more moments. You can take any other postures you would like to take to finish out today's practice. You can extend those legs straight up if you'd like to. You can draw the bottoms of your feet together, take your knees out wide. You can make your way over to the wall and take legs up the wall if you'd like. If you'd like to take a bridge or a wheel, you're certainly welcome to that. Shoulder stand, any of that stuff is fantastic. We'll take a couple of breaths here. Take your time finding those postures that you need tonight. If you've taken a twist over to one side, make sure you take that twist to the other side. And then you can take your time making your way to your final resting posture of today's practice. There is no rush. So if you need a little bit more time wherever you are, please feel free to take that time. If you'd like to shift over to the wall and take legs up the wall for Shavasana, you're welcome to do that. If you're ready to extend those legs long, arms can take up as much space as you'd like to here. And once you've made your way to your final resting posture for today's practice, take a full breath in. Exhale into the support of the earth beneath you and enjoy. Let's take a full breath all the way in and a full breath all the way out. Gently wiggling your fingers and your toes, rolling the wrists and the ankles. Can gently rock your head side to side if that feels good. When you feel ready, you can extend those arms all the way overhead, getting as long as you can from your fingertips to your toes. And then take a big sip of air all the way in, expand. As you exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest, strap your forearms around your shins, give yourself a big hug here. When you feel ready, you can make your way over to your favorite side in a fetal position. And we'll take a moment in this posture, as we always do, to call to mind who in our lives we are grateful for. With a heart full of gratitude, you can use both hands to press you up to a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like and feels like for you. Drawing hands together at heart center once you arrive, eyes open or closed. We'll finish out today's practice time together with one more full round of breath. Let's inhale here and exhale. The light inside of me loves and honors the light inside each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful job. I love you all so much. I'm working the rest of my schedule around these yoga classes, so this is going to stay on the calendar as long as I possibly can. So stay with me. Don't leave me. Okay.
Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Courtney.
Thank you,
Courtney.
Thank you.
Very much. Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Courtney, so much.
Thank you so much for joining. It was so good to see you. That was good, right? Yeah.
It was awesome. I love the balancing.
I know. Yeah. It's good work.
Bye-bye.
Bye.